Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
All right, a little bit muted here at Lowell Park. We will wake up because there is action already. Raptor is just trying to get some bleed damage onto Canyon, and that's actually going to do a lot of work.
Kellen!
Closing the distance. The sandstorm is coming, Gen.G, and Chovy is dead. First blood to Nefiri.
I can't do the music, but you're all
GenG, I've been defending this team and saying, guys, yeah, okay.
Okay, here's a little bit of, never mind. Hook is going to connect onto the door.
Wait, the
dog's coming down though, as Duro is in trouble. He spins, he launches, and there's a flash out from one of them, and the other one's dead and flashes as well.
Ruler, you got a little bit sleepy, as they are. This buff is gone.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're gonna have set up on Prio for grubs because they are
gonna net you, and that is absolutely fantastic. One thing that sometimes okay, and there's a bit of an engage onto Duro, who is just dead. That is feats of warfare as well. Chains of corruption connect, a flash forward from Diablo, and he picks up the double. I don't want to do it again because
you
it
would
probably
be afraid of that.
Yeah, it really got to me because I watched it when I was very, very young.
I was about to ask, and you would say like, oh, I was like 18.
Looking for a bit of an angle. Another Chains of Corruption going to connect. The interruption there as Diablo just thrown under the turret and destroyed. Oh, biting off a little more than they could chew, you could say. As Raptor going to be able to take the second dragon, but Kellen is very dead. And the rest of BNK going to have to get out of there. Less clean than the rest of the play so far this game. Still with a slight gold advantage, and they get the
champion look like a legitimate damage threat. And the gold is basically even again, Atlas.
Yep. It's also Earth, Wind, and Fire Drakes, which is fantastic. There's been a lot of music references, as there's the Empress Divide used onto Clear, who's just going to take that as an invitation. That's a phenomenal interruption from Canyon, though, as Raptor takes down Chovy, and Clear is still alive. They're going to look for even more here as the Jax clears out the wave, and Raptor says, get out of here, I'm super fed.
I want to believe so badly, Atlas. I can't let myself get caught. We need to hold off.
Oh, wait. Clear is on a pretty nice flank angle with the minion wave exactly where he wants it. Raptor's already dove in, and remember, this guy is so scary. There's the wall. It's going to knock his own jungler out, and then the Emperor's Divide going to come on through. But over the wall he goes. That's a brilliant flick as Clear gets in there. Duro trying to help out, and they do take down this Nautilus, as Canyon going to be the next one on the menu, but Raptor is taken down, and that's the money going over to the Sejuani. No one has a jungler left, but it's BNK that take the objective. That was a mess. But it was even in kills, and the Drake...
the other top-tier teams in the LCK.
Yep, that would definitely be a thing. We've got Vikla taking down minion to death, and Keen just demolishing this turret, and will be able to take it down. Wasn't the Jax winning before?
BNK, banana burst control has to be seeded.
Yeah, Clear still on that flank angle, though, as Raptor getting out of here once again. They're playing some smoke and mirrors, or some sand and mirrors, you could say. As diving onto Keen is Raptor, but does need to be a little bit careful. Boomerang going to be dodged, but the Mega Gnar is going to come in as, thought he'd overcommit, but Keen does not. And now Mega Gnar up and available. The hook comes in, but Kellen is going to be dead to start this fight off. Still Clear, getting into that backline, and he has the counter-strike. They get out of the way. The Empress Divide onto 3, and Gen.G, of course, just decimate the team fight. As Raptor over the wall, he's the only one to survive. They deny the soul, and Gen.G get right back into the driver's seat.
It's a tragedy, Atlas. You knew it was coming. All the signs were there.
Oh, dear.
They were doing so well.
Well, at least
they didn't throw it Otacon.
Yeah, the Ruinous Otacon's going to go down, and the cope is that they've only got one Cloud Drake.
You know, he's been going at it for a while now.
Yep.
It's okay, BNK, because this is the real.
Yeah, it is this close. Extremely large number. As, oh no, Ruler baiting them in, or at least attempting to, as Vikla! I don't know about that one, as Clear is teleported forward. Vikla's still alive, as the doggo gets into the backline. Another three-man knockup, but Chovy has no support, and Raptor has taken down the Misfortune already. Over the wall once again as Keen is on the rocks. Diablo trying to kill Chovy, but he will not be able to do it. And finally, Chovy goes golden to deny the doggo getting in. Still he's gonna go down, and now it's Raptor getting the resets. Clear going in, Duro's gonna die as well, and is it the ace? Is it happening? Non-believers be damned! The Leap Strike gets the final kill, and now maybe it's just Baron.
Sandstorm!
I want you to look at how much damage Raptor and Clear are still doing, right? They're keeping away so much of the threat, and even though Diablo ends up going down. Please, BNK, we need this. We need this win so badly. Everyone needs you to win this. Even Gen.G fans at this point will admit they need to be punished. They need to be punished for their hubris.
All right, Raptor trying to get some daggers forward. Another hook to start this one off as Vikla once again finding the angle. They've taken down Ruler. Another Emperor's Divide onto 3, but it matters not. There is no DPS remaining, and without Canyon, you are not stopping the Soul. And the Sandstorm continues to rage through the Tiger's Den.
26 measly damage is all that Ruler is able to do. The Baron buff is still up. The Soul secured.
I mean, this game is in the bag.
They're gonna do it.
Oh my God. This was not on my bingo card. I knew something weird was gonna happen today, but I guessed the wrong series as the seismic shove going wide, but it does not matter. The base is broken. And with the Baron still on this squad for another minute and a half, 4,000, by the way, is the rebel side of our jungle pool, and then the rest were in a chasm. As now, Raptor going to interrupt me momentarily. Chovy taking a bit of damage. There's another turret going to fall down. Vikla comes on over with the wall, but this is going to spell the end of another inhibitor. And we are moving further and further towards insurmountable territory for BNK FEARX. Raptor looking for more. Keen on a flank angle hook once again comes in, but Kellen eats the Glacial Prison as well, and Diablo is free hitting. Look at these autos rip through Ruler and the rest of his teammates. Clear goes golden. Canyon is limping away from the fight, and now Nexus turrets are next on the menu, but maybe they go too far forward as Keen looking for the angles, not able to get the wallop onto Raptor, who has all of that extra money. And yes, perhaps some hubris here on the side of BNK, but they can go back, lick their wounds, and try again.
But if you're able to make sure that when Chovy goes in for the play...
Oh, speaking of Chovy, he's going to find Vikla here, and he wastes no time throwing out the ulti. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight is ensuing, and Ruler is dead. There is nothing he can do about it, as there's the flash forward from Kellen, finding the double knockup as Clear, getting a couple of stuns himself, and down goes the Azir. That is game, ladies and gentlemen, as BNK FEARX will be able to take down Gen.G here if they can make their way over to the base and taxi in some of these minions.
There's no way. There's no way, Gen.G. They can't defend. Even without the Baron buff available, it doesn't matter. Super's in the base. Keen and Canyon staring down. BNK are gonna do it!
First, they managed to take down D+ in one of the games. Second, it is Gen.G falling to the Sandstorm as Keen is desperately trying to save it, but he's going to be ripped to shreds. Diablo dealing with these Nexus turrets as well as Canyon. Nothing to do except look on from the fountain. BNK FEARX on... So Silas going to be the form of magic damage that BNK has.
Well,
things very even here towards the bottom side of the map. No one really gaining too much ground as Canyon looking to try and put down Clear as Keen just dashing forward. And there is not a lot of good places for this Crocodile to go as, yeah, the Viego, he's not coming. That's not happening. And look at this, Clear didn't use the flash. Just knew that he was dead. Canyon actually
is playing so much better than we've seen so far. But they're a member down, TP coming in.
Throws out the ulti though, and Canyon is the first one to get punished. There are two of the Canyon ultis as there's a public execution. The bailout just barely doesn't work, but it's 2 kills coming on through for both teams as Clear tidies up Ruler. Raptor trying to make his way out as Keen thinks it's one more auto, but unfortunately it was not. Still, Raptor has absolutely nowhere to go as he was transformed, and there's the handshake to keep Clear at bay. Now the rest of Gen.G bearing down upon the Crocodile. As, yes, if this was border control, he would not be let in, and Gen.G are going to do just that as he slices, dices, acting all cool. Will he be able to get out? That's the question, as the gravity field's going to slow him down, get the back, slice comes in and they go for the re-engage. Not a lot of mana left on Chovy, and it's the Renata that goes down. And Clear shades on, just walks his way out.
He made it past the Crocodile.
As his Eclipse now built up, it's a 2-0-2 Ambessa, but he's down a couple of waves as far as CS, as Raptor actually does walk in.
Oh, the TP.
Yeah.
Trying to make a play.
This is a big one as Raptor has started this one off very, very quickly. Looking to pull these feathers back as Diablo is Heartbreaker forward. And the hostile takeover isn't going to do too much other than disengage this fight.
They know they pinged him.
Yeah, they do get the ward down now. A lot of that vision is now away as the handshake just to get rid of this Crocodile. We're starting to see some of the difficulties of playing this composition into Renata.
Duro getting a ton of value of the ultimate there.
But he's a little bit behind the play if they want to make their way up towards these grubs.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Kellen is going to try and escape as Diablo finds Ruler, who's trying to just get up here towards the top side. An aggressive Featherstorm comes in, and Diablo is still just going to take down Ruler. Duro now has absolutely no damage at all. Chovy's going to come in, and that should be the end of the play and the end of Diablo. But I think the message is most definitely heard.
That's why they call him the devil. He shows up and murders you.
Oh my god. Canyon now as well in a bit of trouble as Vikla going to pick up a hostile takeover actually, which is pretty scary. Pulls Canyon back as the handshake is really good, but it's not good enough. There's just nothing to stop BNK from demolishing Gen.G in the river. A week? What?
The top side one right was a big one. And the chunk that they got on him, I think, is why they just have to give up this dragon.
Yep. That one's going to go down. And next will be a Chemtech.
Okay,
that is 4 Chemtechs.
I'm
sorry,
starting
3 Chems available to them either. So they're going to have to get themselves out of there. Cute little dash as the arrow is going to sail by. A little bit late on that one, as the Rift Herald is going to just lose its patience entirely. Mega Blast Cone is going to bring Kellen in there, and he finds the quickness onto 2, and then just flashes away. Into the backline goes Vikla as well as the hostile takeover is trying to work out, and it does. As there is once again the ulti to come through from Keen. It's Clear looking to exit the fight. Diablo now by himself as Gen.G are just standing together. 4 members there, but they are so low. And down goes Kellen. Trying to be a hero is Clear, and the flash out from Raptor is optimistic, and it's a double for Ruler in the end. Gen.G find a beautiful fight around the Herald. This time, they're, as Ruler picking up a wave here in the mid lane. Ticking towards 20 minutes into the game. Artikan going to be spawning in 20 seconds time alongside the first Chemtech Dragon. Arrow just casually fired towards the top lane and just nails this Renekton as in goes Kellen. Keen gonna have to get himself out of there. The stun comes through, and with the Dominus, Keen should be shut down as he gets off the ulti, trying to dash his way through. And now we've got some battles, some Chaos Storms landing on the bottom side.
Oh, I thought they were going to go for Otacon, but they can't. They have to respond to this mid lane play. As Gen.G used the Herald, and that was a lot invested to get this kill into Keen.
Yeah, handshake onto Diablo there as well as Raptor comes on over just to lend some aid to Diablo. Clear will be able to get another shove towards his top side, so a little bit back as far as tempo
for being the item finishes. Also, Raptor does have his collector now, so hopefully not going to have a situation like the one in the previous fight. And the one thing for Gen.G they need to ensure is that this Viego doesn't start resetting. I think outside of that, Vikla is already far behind. Clear. There's a lot of ways to deal with him available, right? Ashe is great kiting. You have a Renata as...
Oh dear. Vikla does have an ulti, but so does Canyon. And he's going to try and stay alive, but the gravity field holds him in place. Even Ruler able to turn up for an assist. And there goes the Silas, 40 seconds on him as well. He does complete his second item, haha. But that is about all we can... Yeah, the top of the morning. Yeah, that's a good one. That one has a lot of different meanings when it comes to Peanut. It's okay, Kellen gonna look for the ulti, and the arrow is going to just say no to 4 people. Unless it doesn't, as Kellen does take a couple of turret shots, and now Raptor gonna get thrown around, has the Heartbreaker. As he's going to run back to his team, as now Diablo's flashing forward. They get the stun onto Ruler. The bailout is not going to work. And now Canyon's trying to work out where he's going to help, and by killing the Viego is a definitely good start. Chovy finds himself 1 versus 2, takes down one of them, and then Clear finds another rotation, and the turret is still an absolute menace. Keen misses the ulti, but closes the gap anyway, and Gen.G is just starting to feel like they're a little too far ahead.
And even with Diablo,
Fine, and Diablo has just used all his tools just to get completely bodied by Chovy. Vikla chains into a gravity well, and while that's happening, Keen isn't even really necessary. I think Kellen might be in trouble. Unless, wait, Diablo?
Okay, yeah, Vikla also trying to look for an angle as he gets the CC onto Chovy, but instead they just kill Kellen. And now the handshake doing work onto Vikla here, who now looks to taxi over towards Ruler, but he misses the chains and is going to be wiped out. Clear now also in an uncomfortable position as Raptor slowed down as he makes his way in. It looks like resets are going to start, though, as maybe this is the time. Heartbreaker comes in, another one. There's a great handshake as he gets a bailout. That was insanity. And now Ruler is just going to kite down the Crocodile, and they win the fight. Keen was just not there.
Most of the fights that BNK have won in the last like 10 minutes with someone not there. It doesn't set up Chovy, the reset.
1,000 gold to the Viego.
It's not going to matter, but that was a great play. That was cool. That's a map movie play right there.
Oh yeah, let's have a look at this one more time. No, this is not another replay. This is Diablo just dying. Kellen, quickness and out of there.
It's fine, Atlas. We were just enjoying it now. Well, the highlight reels, not the game. The game is done.
Well, I mean, I thought that was sort of like we were coming back to a replay, but there was just more action. As now the Baron has been started. Chovy did die in that last fight, but now he has 3 items completed, 7-1 and 9 on the Victor. As over the wall goes Keen, and Raptor is looking very squishy and just gets obliterated. Duro able to keep them all locked down, and Chovy just wanders on over and hits them with a few things. Ruler, by himself against the Baron, is not having a great time, but has the rest of the team to come up, and Clear takes a turret. There we go.
With the position that he was in, unfortunately, is Duro caught or is Clear caught? I can't tell. I think neither. Interesting, I hadn't considered that.
Clear was definitely not caught, because he was just in the middle.
Oh,
now he's caught. Yeah, no, you were talking about this, like live.
I was talking about live, yeah.
Yeah. The Crocodile was dead.
So game 3.
Yeah.
6-game bait. When everyone predicts the same. Like, obviously, you took a gamble on Nongshim, and we
should have taken a gamble on BNK by the looks of it.
Well, clearly. But, you know, that's fine. But you just know that there's going to be 1 or 2 matches where we're just colossally wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
And it's probably Gen.G Bro.
Or any of the KT matches. Where, I guess in that case,
but you're not colossally wrong, you're just wrong. And
it's just KT. Yeah. That's oh my god. Imagine being Rakan and trying to catch an Ambessa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That champion wasn't out when Rakan was released. Alright, Raptor looking for a few angles here. Is Canyon going to ignore him? And now we're going to break open the base. The inhibitor turret's already dead in mid. They will take their first inhibitor here. It looks like there's not going to be too much of an answer as in goes Keen. Does get knocked up. He's looking for Diablo, though, who heads towards the base gate. Still, the stun is good onto this Ambessa. Diablo able to go up into the sky, but I don't know about it as the flash out, but Ruler had the arrows in the air. Grabs a triple. The arrow going to fly in. Kellen not going to be dying now, as Gen.G are just going to look to end the game. Oh, I take it all back, because Duro's going to flash handshake him. It's very polite, very kind. And down goes the Nexus as well. Gen.G going to bring us to a game 3, a 7,000 gold. Rebel.
And if you start doing
Do we need to keep it together, though?
Well,
oh, that is so much less interesting.
Boo, Chovy, boo.
And misses a cannon. Now Raptor's the one that's in trouble. Or is it Kellen that's in trouble? As Chovy moves over, uses all of his mana.
Wait.
Vikla's used all of his health, though. Which is worse? The flash comes out. There's the flash forward from Canyon as Chovy just kills Vikla, who has absolutely no right to be there whatsoever. The extra plant, that was cute angle tech, but it doesn't matter. Raptor is still dead as he sidesteps, and that means Canyon can get the auto. And that is 2 swift kills for Gen.G.
Just turn into sludge.
It would, but it'd be hot sludge.
Yes, but the point was, oh, you said hot, not hard.
Yeah, I said hot.
Oh my god.
Well, that is going to be a steal here from Canyon as well, and a beautiful double pulverize to come in immediately The Zeri and the Zyra both go down. Z-named champions.
Might still Chovy's Realm Warp. Back to cooking is what I'm... that's my suggestion.
Yeah, or maybe stop cooking. It's one of the two.
It's too late for BNK.
Oh, Raptor, that was cute, but you might just be dead. Canyon connects another spear, takes him down. Pardon the pun, as now Callan could be in trouble, but the spear is aimed for Vikler instead, and takes half of it.
Like a flat 25% damage buff, and like stealth, and a lot of other
that's really
shenanigans that I really shouldn't have done.
So you high rolled, but you didn't quite know how to use the champion.
Yeah, because as it turns out, and I know this is crazy, but Nidalee pretty hard.
Yeah, it's difficult to make it look good. As it seems to be difficult to be playing out this bottom lane. Ornn, Hecarim, Ahri, Xayah, Yuumi was the composition. So there we go. I was right. A little bit. As Polymorph comes in, Duro's going to have to get out of there. Takes a lot of damage, but he is going to survive. As once again, Vikler is having a rough time, but Chovy may die as well. And he doesn't. He just gets a solo kill onto this Corki, whose woes continue.
There were angles, right? And I think that is always going to sting. In this game, what can you do? Gen.G are finally playing like Gen.G. It's game 3.
We're going to have a look at this from Chovy's perspective as he does the walk at him flash.
A little reset on the Q there.
And then he just
Yep.
All right, speaking of which, he is going to take down this outer turret towards the bottom side. And Vikler is going to continue backing away. Keen looking to push in as well as Canyon is taking down the Mountain Drake. Oh, Chronicler's hair is looking safer and safer by the second, which maybe makes it actually in more danger.
Well, yeah, no, that's the problem, right? Like, it can never live up to that moment because it was just
like cut it up in like, oh no,
you have to eat like a chocolate shoe. Or
yeah. Connie actually like made a chocolate shoe. As Duro, that was a sick pole flash to find two of them, and Chovy on the flank angle. They do get the Stranglethorns out, but now the 3-man knockup from Keen, and they're all in the peanut gallery and just popped down. Down goes the Zeri, and Arula landing a whole bunch of buttons. A much better performance by him this game, but honestly, he's not the main character. It is all about this Nidalee rise. As Clear walking up towards them, the Rift Herald is going to be able to get a charge, take down that outer turret, and now back to
Keen on the puppy.
That was a heroic charge interrupt on the Zeri as well. That was sick.
Legitimately, like, the crazy thing is that Keen, I think,
not even a part of the grub of the perfect game, because that didn't exist.
Because okay, well, this is actually a really interesting discussion, right? Because if you want to do the
otherwise you just make all the other perfect games.
No, I know. So
not actually real.
Well, that's the thing, where you can look at it from two different perspectives. You can read it as we read it the way when it was written, which I think I'm with you on this one. Or you can argue, so no one on Gen.G should die, and then at least we can claim they have a perfect game.
Yep.
But I think someone might.
As all right, Clear is looking for a little bit of an angle, does get stunned up here as Keen dives in, gets the heroic charge into the wall, looking to try and stop it from going on as Clear goes the Zyra, and Clear is stuck. Never mind, he popped instead of popping off. Vikler as well, it's going to get trampled as Kellen, oh my god, Ruler just shoots him with a whole bunch of buttons, spends some time as, oh god, it's not quite a penta, but now the curtains have been called. A few of these bullets are going to be connecting as Keen looking for the angle. There is the triple. You know the Ruler was looking for that penta angle, and Chovy, he wasn't even there, Perfect game still on the cards.
He was just PvEing!
Yeah. And I just heard the Korean casters as well losing their minds, like Chovy was not even there.
I'm not even joking. At least I want to give him the credit, and I know everyone's going to forget, because this final game...
I mean, if you turned off the VOD before this game started, you'd be feeling great about BNK. This, a little bit of a different story.
Gen.G, come on. Come on now. You have one job.
Honestly, I think it's still fine. His headbutt pole onto the Cassante. Clear is almost just straight up dead as Canyon looks for a bit of a spear angle. Doesn't quite get it. Diablo now looking for his little shot here as there's the flash forward. The double pulverize yet again. Raptor thrown away from the rest of his team. And Duro, he even has an ulti running. So he's absolutely fine as well as Ruler throwing some dancing grenades. And now, show us your dancing shoes, Diablo. And unfortunately, they are not quite good enough. As Ruler, you are underneath the enemy. What? The perfect game's on the line! Okay, he's got a Primal Surge that heals him for his entire health bar because Canyon's so fed. Duro gets the knock-up onto Clear here as well, who's desperately trying to go all out to kill Ruler, who is looking tasty. Where did Kellen go? Okay, Duro
just Kellen!
on through. Yep, Chovy is going to be able to put Vikla in prison in a whole lot of different ways. And down will go the Nexus. Perfect game, apart from one grub, will be achieved here for Gen.G in game number 3. And they're going to stay undefeated in the LCK.